In an age when man has forgotten his origins and is blind to even his most essential needs for survival, water, along with other resources, have become the victim of his indifference. As scientist Rachel Carson stated in her book, Silent Spring, humans have come accustomed to living in such a way that they use up limited natural resources like nothing in order to get things done more and more efficiently. In our out-of-sight, out-of-mind world, many people wrongly think that the simple things they do from day to day will not have much of an impact on the future of our planet. Similarly, many people don't think that the nasty river they drive over each day in San Diego on their way to work will have any effect on the beach they plan to take their family to over the upcoming weekend. Or even that later they may be surfing with the cigarette butt they just threw on the ground or soap they washed their car with last weekend. Those who live, visit, or work within the San Diego Watershed, which begins 5 miles east of the Cuyamaca Reservoir and spans all the way to the San Diego River mouth that empties into the ocean, don't realize that they all have one indefinite thing in common. All their trash and other waste they leave on the ground is washed to the same place. Since gutter water is not treated, all the waste that goes in them ends up in the same river with the same final destination, the ocean and our San Diego beaches. This phenomenon occurs because a watershed, by definition, is an area of land in which the water accumulates in the same places and makes its way to the ocean.
And urban runoff is basically the grit and grime of civilization. It's non-point source pollution. You can't point to where urban runoff comes from because there's so many different sources, from cigarette butts to pet waste to leaky car fluids. You may see a couple things and think no big deal, but multiply that by the thousands and thousands and thousands of people in San Diego County and beyond, and it really starts to add up. Essentially, once it rains, everything on the streets and sidewalks flows into the storm drain system.
In Santee, where the first dam was ever built in San Diego, the river water is an earthy green color, but you can still see the bottom and the thriving marine life.
I know in Fashion Valley there's a lot of impacts because they built a lot of development right on the river.
Mission Valley, by the Fashion Valley Mall, a new river becomes apparent. The same San Diego River now has a strange stench and color. The once naturally earthy-looking and smelling water now smells like sewage and is coated in a strange film, making it look like a thick, toxic mess. What changes? The river's surroundings. What used to be nearly uninhabited hills and protected park ground is now a hustling, bustling city scene.
The San Diego River and its associated watershed have a major impact on the health of the entire coastal ecosystem for San Diego. Whatever enters the river is going to end up in Mission Bay or in Ocean Beach or in Mission Beach or Pacific Beach, La Jolla. It's going to spread out throughout the whole system. Now that is bad on so many levels. It has a huge impact on our own health. It has a major impact on the health of the life that would naturally exist there. And it has a major impact on our community.
What does all this mean? The San Diego River's pollution is in turn polluting our oceans and San Diego beaches, making water activities such as surfing, swimming, boogie boarding, diving, etc. more dangerous to participate in.
As the development goes up, the diving quality seems to go down, in my experience.
San Diego beach regulars, such as surfers, feel the effects on a much more magnified scale.
Overexposure to cold water causes little bones to grow in your ears, and when that happens, the water can't escape as easily. And if then you spend your time in water that's not clean, you're trapping bacteria in your ears. And so over the past year or two, I've just started getting more and more ear infections.
Picking up trash and taking steps to clean up things that could get into and pollute the San Diego waters is a small step every San Diegan can take. More environmentally concerned folks could easily join or donate to organizations such as Surfrider or Coastkeeper, who work regularly to clean up and spread knowledge about the problems facing our San Diego water bodies. Keeping the beaches open and clean is something everyone can take part in, just by taking small steps to prevent future pollution.